Welcome to the very first episode of the Dusty Rich Art Online channel. I started this, you might know me as a comedian more regularly, but unfortunately because of the old sniffles there, they've turned my career of comedy into a so I've indulging more in my art side, so I'm starting this art channel as per a lot of people's suggestions. I asked what should I do online and they were like, do the art, come on, do the art, So I said I'd do the art. So I started, I'm starting this art channel. I've got a studio in my garage beyond that wall, which we'll go into in future episodes. But this episode, it's the very first episode. I'm super amped about it. I'm excited. Can you tell? I'm excited. I'm super excited. This is the first episode and it is inspired by the old sniffles there. You know what I'm talking about, the old C19. Don't know if you've read about it. This art project is inspired by that, and it's taking this simple white canvas, this plain blank canvas of a Vans high top sneaker, and it's turning it into, I'm gonna give you a sneak peek, into this. Whoa! That's all you get until the end of the video. Let me show you how I did it. Let's go. Right, first things first, that's the design. These are the stencils I'm going to use for the shoe to help. I am aware that the spelling's wrong on the design. These are the Vans pure white canvas ready to work on. These are the two colors I'm going to use, just the red and the yellow. Some marker pens, these are for some clean line work. That's the airbrush. We're going to speak about the airbrush in a second. Some masking tape, as usual, tons and tons of masking tape. Gloves and a respirator, always be safe. This is the airbrush station. That's the airbrush. That's where it lives, in the little airbrush holder. It is the HOTA Neo. That's what I use right now. It's a great airbrush. Does the job. Got a tiny little needle. That's the ink cup. You've got to keep it level if you want to put your ink in. You put the air hose on like that. We'll go into detail on the airbrush and later things. We got some of the equipment we'll need, and those are the two colors, of course. It is iron lac colors that I like to use in my airbrush. It's the Soviet red and a pineapple park. This is cool. This is a little magnifying glass to check on your needle to make sure that it ain't bent or anything like that, so you can use it nicely and it sprays well. There's a bunch of other stuff. Gloves, your respirator, got to use that if you're doing aerosol, and that's a little cleaning kit by HOTA, however you say it. This is the white canvas shoe that we're going to be doing it on. It is a red and yellow. I realized I misspelled it. Don't worry about it. I fixed it. Quarantine symbol on the back right over there. Bio has it on the side, on the outside, and we're going to keep it that red and yellow. So that warning symbol, red on the inside. It's going to look super sleek on that leather piece there. Yummy. As with any art you're gonna do, the design and planning is super important. So that's our design that we're gonna go with. Yes, I'm aware I've spelled hazard incorrectly and put bio right. You know, it doesn't matter. I fixed it in the design or in the final product. So always do a design first, so you know where you're going with it, right? I like to create mine on Procreate. It's an app on the iPad. So let's check out one of our first of many time lapse. So here is the sketch. I've done this on Procreate on the iPad Pro. It is my favorite thing in the whole world. You could do your sketch and then export the video of your sketch and show the whole world the progress of what you did there. Top tip, if you're doing a symmetrical design like this, just do the one side and then use the in-app function of symmetry in the drawing assist, and you get both sides done while you're doing the one side. Save time and money. I don't know about money, but you'll save time. Anyway, this mask is inspired by everyone wearing their masks out in the street, keeping themselves safe from the sniffles. And it's also an important mask because it's obviously going to be used in our shoe design, but I'm also using it for the next art project in the next video, which is a woodwork version of this mask. What? Yeah, you're gonna have to check out episode 2. Exciting. Sizing the panels up using some trace paper and a pencil to get the accurate shape and size. I then scan this straight into Photoshop and use that to print out accurate sized stencils for the specific designs to go on those panel areas. And that means we'll get like a nice crisp image to work from and create the rest of the shoe. Masking, masking, masking. Man, I've done so much masking in my time, it's insane. With every artwork I do, because I'm using aerosols and those kinds of things, and I love clean lines, I do a lot of masking. This is the shoes ready for the yellow. It's masked up. This is going to be the yellow spraying that goes on first and the red later. The yellow is the majority color, so that's why it's been masked first. Super clean masking. I tried my best to be as clinical as possible with the masking so that I could get some really good lines and almost make it look like it's manufactured that way. You know, I like to be a little bit detailed, do you know what I mean? A little bit of perfection. That's the heat gun that's come out. Heat gun, if you got one, kind of makes the process a little bit quicker. You use the heat gun to heat set the color, but also charge the paint a little bit. Here's me spraying the yellow. There's the two shoes. I like to put them together and just give them an overcoat so that they're all like consistent, and a bit of a drying, and we've done the yellow. Now, what we're gonna go to next is everyone's favorite, taking the masking tape off. Oh, should have put some ASMR in here. Would have been a little bit sexy, wouldn't it? So peeling the masking tape off to reveal super crispy, clean lines. And I do this from the beginning because you never know what color, when you spray it over another color, what kind of undercoating you're gonna get, and it changes the entire above color. So you see there how crisp those lines are. Look at that. That looks like it was made that way. Obviously, a little bit of overspray on the top there, but we'll sort that out. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that at all. So that's the two of them done. And now what we want to do after we've got these crispy new brand new sprayed shoes, we want to put the stencils on. So let's just check that that sizing worked out in the beginning when I put it through the Photoshop. Looking good. I'm going to use the bigger ones. You know, I like to print the two different sizes to make sure that you know, I don't have to go back and print. Now we're going to cut it out. That's a bit of a scalpel there. Be safe when you're cutting things out. You know what I mean? Keep your wits about you. Oh, man, I wish I could cut out this fast. I sped this footage up, obviously. This took hours. Cutting out stencils is mad. I like to use the stencils just to get like, just to spray it on and get the, you know, the first real crisp image, and then I can work out off with paintbrushes and use markers or whatever and make the lines a bit better. Here I'm spraying on just a bit of yellow, just to get the overall design on, and then I can crisp it up and make it better with the paintbrush. Now I'm lining out the front of the panel, or the front panel of the shoe with the respirator mask, just doing the lines on there because I want to actually mask that individually, as you can see, so that when I spray the red, I've got the white background, so that the yellow that goes on top of the white is a lot more bright than if I were to try and put it onto red or whatever other color. So I want that white background. It does mean a hell of a lot of extra masking and being really, really detailed with that scalpel. But you do get a much better, brighter image. And here we go, spraying the red on. This is the other color, the other main color. Well, there's only two colors, obviously. Spraying inside and outside. It did the entire inside interior in the red, obviously masking up some of the stickers and that kind of thing. And then here we go again, some more unmasking. Nothing better than a crisp line coming out of that, coming from under that masking tape. Look at that, it's beautiful. Bit of Iron Man colors as well, if I notice. But I went with it because it's the alarm colors, red and yellow. Alarm. That's the whole point of the biohazard shoes. You wear them out and you make sure people stay away from you. 1.5 meters or whatever you go in your country. Just pulling off the tape and revealing some of the. Now there you can see that yellow's nice and bright because it's on the white. It's not on, you know, the red. If I try to spray that on top of the red, it would have been a disaster. So that's the finished main colors. Now we're going to a bit of detailing next. Beautiful. Now I'm popping the yellow again on top of the white, so that's why it comes out so nice and bright. It's difficult, you know, because you've got to be pretty exact with that masking. But, you know, you can take a brush in there and, you know, pop in the little white areas you might see there, and I'll just clean that up afterwards. Okay, I even did the eyelets. Man, this was hard and long. Super detailed work to get the eyelets done. While I'm busy doing it, I'm also just giving it a spray of a varnish every now and then, just a light spray, and then dry it out so that that paint actually sticks to the surface, etc. We pop the biohazard on the side of the panel. This is using the some masking tape to create the barrier tape. and make it nice and consistent. If I had done that by hand, it would have looked a bit weird. So masked everything out using that gap of that masking tape as the yellow spacing, and then did 2 coats of just using a marker. And we're done. Time for the big reveal. Sound effect. These are the biohazard high tops. They are so super sick. Red and yellow for the warning symbol. You're wearing these out there during the sniffles, people ain't gonna come 1.5 meters of you. You keep your social distance with a pair of slick kicks. This is some detailed product shots of the finished shoes. You can see all the detail that we put into it. Took a lot of work. So there you go. Those are the, one more time, the biohazard high tops for your social distancing usage out there. Thank you very much for watching. Tons of art projects to come. Next one's gonna be as I said in the middle of the video, we're gonna do a woodwork inspired piece by this respirator here to go kind of with the shoes. Same color scheme, maybe messing with a bit of polyurethane, giving that gloss look. We're gonna be messing with that in the next video in the old art studio. I'll give you more of a view of that. We've got tons of cool episodes coming up. When I say we, I mean me and the voices. Shut up. So check it out. Do the things that you do with the videos, the YouTube things, with the liking and the clicking and the things. Do that so you can check out the next video. Thanks very much for watching. I will be putting these probably on sale. I will let you know. Stay tuned, and you might be able to purchase these yourself. They are a size. What are they? 11 US men, UK 10, Euro 44. So yeah, if you're that size. Thanks very much for watching.